Yes, ladies and gentlemen, GTA 5 VR is real, and we're going to talk about how good it is and how you can get it. Hi, my name is Casual Observer. I'm your friendly VR guru. I stream on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Link to that in the description below. But here on this channel, we talk about all things VR, and today we talk about the amazing GTA 5. But wait, Casual, GTA 5 isn't a VR title. Well, actually, with a mod made by the amazing Luke Ross, it now is, and I'm not gonna lie, it's fracking awesome!
Big fracking
It
deal.
runs really well and has adjustable settings for VR that the developer added to the pause menu, which is so cool. If you have a VR ready PC, you should be able to play this mod, as I have managed to not only play it, but record this video's game footage on a GTX 1066GB. What setups do you have for VR, and leave a comment down below. He also added a config file you can run before the start of the game that has 3 default graphic setting profiles, which means you can jump straight into the game, then, if needed, tweak it inside. But Luke's thoughtfulness for his fellow gamer doesn't stop there. He made GTA 5 cutscenes work in VR. You can look around them and basically play the whole game start to finish as a VR title. Luke added something that I haven't seen in a VR game yet, and it's really useful. Often, when you're playing in a seated VR experience, you tend to drift as the fixed viewpoint tends to shift and turn as you turn round. And developers normally add a button to allow you to recenter this. We've all seen this before. Luke came up with an amazing way to do this without losing immersion. All you have to do is shake your head as if you're saying no, then stop your head in the forward position, and the camera will reset where you're looking. In VR, we call this a gesture trigger. We normally see this trigger to activate spells in VR games, but to use it to reset tracking is really clever, and it works really well. Unfortunately, this mod does not support the use of motion controllers, so you'll have to use an Xbox controller to play. There is another GTA VR mod that does use motion controllers, but you can't play the full game, and this mod will tend to crash the game in several parts. Using the Xbox controller, it allows you to use the base game files for movement, so you're only really messing with the camera. This means the game runs much more like it was intended to. But honestly, this really doesn't bother me. I play a lot of VR games both on Twitch and testing for developers, and it's nice to sit down and play a very immersive VR game in comfort. Also, while playing this in first-person VR, I've noticed so many little Easter eggs and jokes in the game that I would never have seen otherwise, and honestly, I appreciate that you made this mod, Luke. No, this video isn't all butt kissing, but there are some things I would like seeing adding to this game too. So aim on weapons is now controlled by where your head looks, and it took me a little while to get used to this, but I can actually shoot people better now. The downside to this is that sniper rifles or anything with a zoom scope are pretty much unusable. No matter how much you try and keep your head still, the HMD still picks up the slightest movement. When you zoom in on a rifle, expect this effect to be amplified. I would love to see some sort of camera shake reduction on this if possible. I've seen it done in other games like Wardust and Pavlov, but I understand that this is a mod and you are limited to the game's base files. I did manage to get through the missions that need a sniper rifle to complete by zooming in the scope as little as possible, taking a deep breath, and then firing on the exhale. I didn't hit every shot, but it increased my accuracy enough that I could get through the missions. Some of the cutscenes the camera does clip through walls, so you have to move your head to see properly. But honestly, it's a small price to pay to enjoy the amazing storyline that is GTA 5 in VR. So how do you get it? Well, if you have a non-modded version of GTA installed, then you're halfway there. In the video description there is a link to the mod on Github. There you'll see an in-depth tutorial about how to install the mod and the mod itself. The tutorial is very well written, and I suggest you read it very carefully, then download the files. Honestly, the whole process took me about 5 minutes, and after that I was able to jump straight into the game and start stealing cars. One of my favourite things to do in GTA is driving, and honestly this is one of the best VR driving experiences I've ever had. You can honestly see that Luke's intention was to make this the best as possible. Driving around Los Santos, having a good look at the scenery in a convertible car, is literally the best I've ever seen the city. While driving around the city, I find myself automatically looking both ways before driving across roads, and honestly, watching the sunset over Vespucci Beach as you drive down the motorway is one of the most beautiful things I've actually ever seen. On Luke's GitHub, you can see that he is a fan of driving, as he also has made a video of himself using a steering wheel with his VR mod. But if you're a fan of shooting, this mod is still great. I find myself killing cops with more accuracy than I have ever done before. Just make sure you click in the right thumbstick so you can aim down the sights of the gun. All in all, I think this mod makes this game a must-play in VR. It brings back one of the best games ever made, and for those who only got into gaming after getting VR, like my dad, you get to experience the beauty of this game's amazing story firsthand. So thank you, Luke Ross, for making this mod. I hope you apply your talents to many more games like this in the future. But there we are. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you have any ideas about videos that you would like to see me make on other games in the future, leave them down in the comments below. And I will see you in the next video.